In this video, I'm going to be submitting my Skyridge Secret Rare Crystal Holos and Unholos to PSA to be professionally graded. Let's go. Yo, what's up guys, and welcome back to the channel. Hopefully you're all doing good, and welcome to a PSA submission video. Now obviously you guys know that I took a break recently, and when I got back I wanted to upgrade the quality on these videos, and you may notice that the layout and the coloring of this video is different to others that I've been posting since I returned, and that's because I want to change each style of video to have a different layout and different branding. So today is a PSA submission, so the layout's changed. Hopefully you guys like this, hopefully it's good. And yeah, let's get into the core of the video, which is going to be sending these cards down here that you can see in these beautiful grade fit semi-rigids. If you guys do want to get any of these semi-rigids, I'll leave a link in the description. Grade fit, they're super awesome. I obviously can't show you them right now because I don't want to reveal the cards, but you guys know what the cards are, okay? Today, I'm going to be submitting my Crystal Charizards. All I can think about is Charizard. I'm going to be submitting my Crystal Skyridge cards, which includes all the 6 holo secret rares and all of the 6 reverse holo secret rares. These are mint. If you want to go and watch the video where I actually show off the whole binder, including the holos, including all the other cards, make sure you click the eye in the corner or the link in the description, or just go on my channel, you'll find it, okay? So today, let me give you a quick recap of the cards I'm going to be sending and the prices of the cards in a 9 and the prices of cards in a 10 perhaps. Pretty much Laura's going to give you all the details on the screen while I just sit here looking pretty. No, I'm kidding. But yeah, anyway, today I'm going to be sending the crystals, and then a little bit down the line, you're going to see a video where I send all of the holos in as well. Of course, I'll be using graded gem to get these cards to PSA. If you live in the UK, US, Germany, Italy, or even Europe or anywhere, graded gem are literally the best middleman service for PSA cards. If you want your cards graded with PSA, use graded gem. Let's get into the cards and let me show you what I've got today. I'm going to give you a pre-grade as well. We're going to look at these cards together. We're going to try and figure out what we estimate the grades to be, and then we're going to compare it when we get the PSA returns back in the future to see if we were correct or not. Now, I'm going to be sending these with graded gems Express Plus service, which I'm not sure exactly on the time or the turnaround times. It does vary. PSA quote that to be 5 days. But graded gem estimate is going to be 10 days. Likely, you know, it's going to be a little bit longer, okay? But I want to get these out ASAP so I can get these back to you guys ASAP. Also, real quick, it has to be mentioned, if you see me looking here or here, it's because I've got 2 monitors where I'm projecting my camera in full resolution, okay? It's easier for me to look at the cards like this than bend over and look at the card being far away. I've got cameras, I've got microphones in the way, so it's easy for me to look at the screen. So anyway, let's get into this card right here. Sorry for all the waffle. The first card is, of course, the Golem reverse holo 148 out of 144. Now I'm not going to be taking them out of the semi-rigids or the sleeves. I know it's going to be easier for us to pre-grade if we do that, but I don't want to risk getting dust in the card. I don't want to risk damaging the card at all. If you see any scratches, of course, like this, keep in mind that is on the sleeve, on the semi-rigid. I guess it does make sense. You know what? We'll take it out. We'll take them out. Screw it. Let's live life, man. Let's live life. So first of all, the Golem on the front, it looks like it has no scratches, man. Shout out to Jamie, who I bought these off, for keeping them in tip-top condition. Absolutely sublime. Let's check the back as well. The back, oh my gosh, the back is so mint. Super, super mint. I'm not going to take it out of the case. I don't need to, but you can see there's a tiny nick in the corner. A tiny nick. But if I'm at PSA, and if I send this card off and this does come back like a 9, I would be a little bit annoyed, because I've seen cards get 10 with worse nicks than that in the corner. And in my opinion, this is just a little factory nick. It's not enough to grade this down, in my opinion. So I know you shouldn't pre-grade a 10. I know graded gem would never, pre-grade you guys a 10. But in my opinion, I want to go big or I want to go home. So I'm going to say this is a 10, man. Let's do it, man. I want a home run of 10s. I'm not a very harsh pre-grader, and it's one of my downfalls. I'm not a very harsh pre-grader, but it is what it is, okay? Well, actually, we'll say 9 or 10, because you shouldn't really ever pre-grade a 10, like I said. We'll say 9 or 10, okay? Okay, so time for the next card. Let's see what this is going to be. By the way, spoiler alert, it's going to be the holo version of the Golem reverse holo. I'm trying to go in price order, or what I believe to be the price order. So you know what's going to be last. It is, of course, going to be the Charizard. But here we go. We've got the holo Golem right here. Let's take a look at this out of the semi-rigid. Also, these are literally the best semi-rigids in the game. Great fit. Go and check them out. Super duper cool. Link in description. So here we go. Golem once more. Again, barely any scratches on the holo foil, if anything, man. Let me carefully take out the sleeve real quick. That's clean, man. That just is clean. I don't want to take it out too much. I've got my fan blowing right now, and I don't want it to be blowing air or dust across the room. But that's the front of the card. Let's check the back of the card out. And again, man, look at that. Just look at the top. Look at the bottom. Again, you see, okay. try and get this on perfect focus. You can see like minor factory nicks in the corner there and a little bit on the edge. But in my opinion, like surely that's not enough to give it the 9 grade. Like surely, you know what I'm saying? Surely not. So again, I'll say 9 or a 10. I feel if that card doesn't get a 10, it's a little bit hard done by. Again, guys, 10 is gem mint, but again, it's not perfect. Like it's not a card with 0 imperfections. It just isn't, okay? It just isn't. Like I've seen 10s before with bigger nicks than that. It's not a perfect card, okay? It's just as close to perfect as possible. You do see obviously perfect 10s. If you go to Beckett, they will give you a black label, which is a 10 in each subcategory. You know, 4 different subcategories. You've got the edges, centering, surface, and corners. Yeah. Edges, centering, corners, and surface. So I don't know. Gem mint doesn't always equal perfection. So that's why I think those cards there could potentially get the grade that I'm looking for, okay? I also just realized I should be on the screen when I'm doing the predictions. So Laura, let's quickly go for the predictions. Holo, Golem in the corner, 9/10. Golem, reverse holo in the corner, 9/10. Next up, let's get into the next card. I'm not sure if I revealed this yet, but let's get into this. This is, of course, the reverse holo Kabutops. Now, I know Cal Shaw is a big fan of this card. Shout out to you, Cal. Now, I do see a line on the top of this card. That's not on the sleeve. You see it at the top, at the very top. Ooh, and also, you see a little bit of like a mark there. So this is what you find when you pre-grade and you look closely. I hate doing pre-grading, man, because I always just let myself down. I always just disappoint myself. Like I'm thinking, oh, the back's great. There's no scratches. And then you turn a light on, you go under the microscope and you find these imperfections, man. It's so annoying, but we'll see about this one. The back, of course. Ooh, okay. So I was talking to Kalshaw, right? And I was like, you know what? I think this could get a home run of 10s. No joke. It literally could get a home run of 10s. But you'll see, like in the corner there, that's a big nick, okay? So compared to the cards that you saw before and the backs you saw before, this one is actually quite noticeable. And that is probably something that will take it from a 10 to a 9. So the dream's over. I don't think we're going to see a clean, you know, streak of 10s. I think personally, this one will probably go for a... That didn't work. This one will probably go for a, in the corner, 9. I think this is going to go for a 9, to be honest with you. Potentially an 8, depending on what's going on with this top thing here. I know the bottom there, that's not a damage, that's not a scratch, that's just part of the card. Because these were E-Series cards. The whole point is that you would scan them into the Game Boy or scan them into some sort of game, I believe, and get the Pokemon or get the card on the actual game. So yeah, the first card that I'm going to give a 9, it could very well get an 8 as well. Could be an 8/9, but I'm going to be optimistic and I'm going to go for the 9 grade, okay? The 9 grade. So let's go into the next card. I'm not going to keep you guys guessing. This is, of course, the holo version of Kabutops. The crystal, technically the crystal card. Look at the holo pattern, man. Such beautiful cards these are, man. Skyridge, what a great set. The entire E-Series set, such a great set. I was really disappointed I couldn't get Jamie's Aquapolis as well and Expedition. I missed out on both of those. But I'm sure there'll be some more in the future, but just not in this condition, man. Jamie really did keep his cards in mint condition. And again, you can see in the corner, a massive cut, as me and my friends would say. You see a really like... Actually, this is quite an aggressive bit of whitening in the corner, to be fair. So that won't get a 10. You hear me a minute ago speaking about the imperfections and how sometimes you can have imperfections on a 10. This right here, this would be incorrect to give it a 10. You know what I'm saying? So let's look at the Golem again. So of course, like taking away all the fluff off the grade fit, you'll see in the corner, small nick down there. Small nick. That right there, I would personally allow for a 10. Whereas the Kabutops right here, that's too much. That's actually like wear. That's like visible wear. Whereas the other one's like a factory nick. This to me seems like a little bit more of like an actual damage to the card. Honestly, in this card, if it doesn't go for an 8, which I don't think it will, you never know though. Sometimes PSA do weird things. I think this card's going to go for a 9. That's my personal estimation. Okay, so official prediction 9. And we're going to compare my predictions with the actual returns when they come back. Next up, we have now we're getting onto a new species of a Pokemon. This is going to be the Crobat. Now, I believe the Crobat's to be the mintiest in the entire set. Okay, the entire selection of crystals, I believe these to be the mintiest. Look at the holo, no scratches, obviously. That isn't a grade fit. These things do scratch. That's the whole point of them. They will scratch. They're there to protect the card. I'd rather the grade fit get scratched than the card itself. But look at this, man. Oh, it's just perfection, right? It's just perfection. The back as well. Nothing. Not even a fleck of a factory nick. Not even the smallest factory nick. This is the card where I believe it's perfect. So we don't even need to spend much time on this card. I'm already gonna give this card maybe a little bit premature, maybe a little bit, you know, cocky, but we're going to give this one a 10, man. I'm going to go straight for a 10. I don't even care about the 9/10. I'm going for a 10, baby. I'm going for a 10. I'm thinking about asking Graded Gem to actually pre-grade these with me on their channel. So I'm not sure. I'm going there tomorrow to deliver these cards by hand. So if we do end up filming that, make sure you check the link in the description or go over to the channel to see, you know, a more professional look. These guys pre-grade cards on the daily, so let's see what they think. But next up, we of course have the holo version of the Crobat. Goodness me, man. Look at this. These cards are just... Someone on Instagram was saying that I was overhyping these sets when I was showing JJ and showing the Sidemen. I wasn't, man. I was literally quoting the price I paid for them, which is the price I paid on eBay. That's public knowledge. And I was excited about them, man. If me being excited about a set is overhyping it, then so be it, man. I am hyped for this set. It's one of my favorite sets of all time, one of my biggest purchases of all time, and one of my happiest purchases of all time, you know? So I'm really, really excited for this. Let's see. Look at the back as well. Come on, man. If this is not a 10... If this is not a 10, you see a lot of specs, but again, that's because it's in the grade fit. I'm not going to take it out. You guys should take my word for it. Look at this, man. Look at this. You see a massive scratch there? Do I have to take it out of the grade fit for you guys? I know I'm going to see a lot of picky people in the comments. That's got a scratch on it. No, it doesn't, man. Yo, come on, baby. Come on, baby. Shout out Gem Mint Pokemon. If Gem Mint Pokemon ever comes across one of my videos, bro, I'm a massive fan. Your videos, your PSA submissions and PSA returns is literally what inspired me to create my own content and try and, you know, submit PSA cards at the end of the day. I've always been a collector of Pokemon. I've always been a player of Pokemon. But in terms of taking the PSA side more seriously, that's definitely an inspiration from you. So, Zach, Gemmin, if you are watching this, bro, I'd love to ever make some content with you. Or even just have a conversation with you, man. Because you're definitely a big inspiration for me in Pokemon. You know, your influence of the Skyridge set is something that influenced me to enjoy and pursue this set as well. So, yeah, I'm kind of feeling like Gemmin Pokemon right now, sending off these sought after cards, you know, these overhyped cards, whatever you want to call it. Next up, we have... Okay, here's the part where I pretend that I didn't press the wrong screen and go over to this one. There we go. Next up, we have a new Pokemon. I believe... Is it... If I'm thinking correctly, is this the... This is the... Celebi, baby. And I see a big scratch. Hold on, I'm nervous now. I see a big scratch on that holo. Luckily, I think that's on the grade fit. I don't know, you know. You see all this at the top? All this scratching. I never know if that's a design thing. Is that a design on the actual card? Because I know these, like, this design has got a lot of, like, look at there. That's not cuts. That's just the design of the card. But that looks like actual scratching, man. Bit of a nick down here as well. Bit of a nick up there. Whew. I hope PSA don't watch my videos, like, or watch any submission videos. Because we could be, like, actually, you know, marking down our cards. And they might think, you know what, he's right. But they may have missed it. They won't miss it. They're professional graders. But, you know, it would be funny if that was the case. These might be scratches up top, you know. So, you know what? I'm going to actually say... I'm actually going to predict... Hold on, guys. Hold on. You know what? I'm actually going to predict this card to be an 8. I'm going to say this is an 8, guys. My first pure 8 prediction. I thought, you know, when I looked at these in the dark, again, I was thinking, you know what? These could get a home run of 10s, but it's not to be, guys. Ooh, look at the holo as well. This is the holo Celebi, of course. Celebi holo in a 10 is a pretty hefty price. So it would have been a great card to get. The annoying thing is, I think the more expensive the card, the less good the condition is, which is annoying, but that's the way it be sometimes. At the end of the day, that's why they're expensive, not only because they're sought after Pokemon, Celebi is a popular Pokemon, but also because they're harder to grade, you know. Down here, we see quite heavy whitening. Sorry about my fingers, they're gross. Quite heavy whitening, and then up here as well, we see 2 nicks there. But then again, look, you see the scratches on top, and you think maybe that is the design of the card. I think that's the design of the card, you know. Oh, look at the moon, man. What a card. I'm just looking at it now. I'm just in awe. Even if these come back a 9 or 8, 7, I'm still happy to have them. I'm over the moon to have them. But I think my prediction for this is going to be a 9. Not a 9/10. This is a pure 9, ladies and gentlemen. A pure 9. Unfortunate, but that's just the way the cookie crumbles sometimes. And that's just life, okay? We can't all have it our own way. We can't all have my slice of the pie. I'm not sure what the saying is. But anyway, let's get into the next card. Right here, we have a... baby. We have a Ho-Oh. Now, you guys know Lugia is my favorite Pokemon. I prefer Lugia over Ho-Oh. It still doesn't mean that I dislike Ho-Oh. I think Ho-Oh is a great Pokemon. I just wish in this Skyridge set, it was Lugia, and I wish Ho-Oh was in Aquapolis, but it doesn't really make sense. You know, Lugia being the king of the sea and all that, or the guardian of the sea. I'm not sure exactly what they call it. But anyway, let's go. Ho-Oh, really good on the front. On the back, you can see there a little nick in the bottom right. It's not great in that corner there. Again, it could be 10 worthy. You never know. It could be 10 worthy. As long as a holo has no scratches or has nothing that I visibly can't see right now with my level of lighting, it should be okay. You know, I'm going to say this card right here is going to get the PSA 9 grade. That's my prediction here. PSA 9. Now moving on to the next card. We all know this is already going to be a holo. It's going to be the holo. And there we go. Boom. Look at this, man. You got a bit of a swirl there. I count that as a swirl. Bit of a swirl on the holo foil there. Yeah, again, look, you see those scratches up there that I thought was on the Celebi card. That's just part of the card, man. That is just part of the card. So let's take it out of the grade fit real quick. Let's be careful with what we're doing. And we can see that this card, again, is in mint condition. They're all mint, man. I can see them all coming back as at least 9s. And again, though, we see a bit of whitening in the back, bottom left. Quite, intense damage there. I wouldn't call it intense. It's just more than you'd expect, A bit of whitening in the corner there as well. A few dots around. You see the top here has got some dots. I'm going to say, this card, I'm going to say a 9. But I'm still holding the dream of 10s, man. I still could see these coming back as 10s. I can't even lie. And ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the main event. We need a little bit of an introduction here. These two cards right here, some of the most sought after cards in Pokemon history. I pulled one as a kid, graded it a 9, and sold it for £200. That being the reverse holo. One absolute idiot. So here I am with my second copy, years down the line, at a much higher price point, man. I mean, if I think a 9 now, a 9 in a Crystal Charizard reverse holo is like what, 2 grand maybe 3 grand. My Shadowless Charizard as well, that was a 9. I sold for 400. That's now 4 grand. So if you look at that return on investment, 10 times in the space of 4 years, I sold them. If I had 100 grand in Pokemon, I would have now 1 million in Pokemon. Just think about that. Me, I'm a collector. At first, I'm never probably going to sell these cards anyway. So even if they are 1 million valuation, even if they are 100,000, even if they are £50 valuation, these are my cards now. They're a part of history, and I'm over the moon to have them. With that being said, let's look at the Charizards, baby. So here we go. We have our first Charizard, and again, I wish my Charizards were of the quality of the flipping the Crobat. The Crobat's perfect, but unfortunately they're not. However, they are still at a level that I think could get the 10. This is, of course, the reverse holo Charizard. The card that I used to have in a 9 and sold is back in my hands. Obviously, a different version of the card, different copy of the card, but still the same card. On the front, it looks great. No visible scratching. On the back, we see minor whitening, okay? So we see quite a lot, actually. We see a nick up there, nick top left. We see a nick bottom left, bottom right. Centering's great, though. Centering's great. Surface is great. The card is mint. I'm going to say a 9 for this one. My official prediction, let's get the screen across. My official prediction is a 9, but boy, am I hoping for the 10. Do I think it could get a 10? Yeah. Will it? Let's wait and see, baby. You guys are going to have to tune into the returns that are coming hopefully soon. And you guys are going to be able to go through the joys. And, there's going to be no sad parts to that. Whatever they get, they get. But it'll be an emotional roller coaster, let's say that. Okay, so next up, we're going to get into the holo card, the most expensive, the most, prized, I guess, card in the entire Skyridge set. If you're going to buy a Skyridge expansion, if you're going to look at the Skyridge expansion, what's the one card you're going to look for? The one card you're going to look for is, of course, the Charizard holo. And even look, like, reverse holos are beautiful. The reverse holos are great, but the holos... Look at the holos, man. Amazing. Shout out to Mr. Kangaskhan as well on Instagram, and also from Graded Gems videos recently. He picked up 4 of these. 2 holos, 2 reverse holos, and he got 4 10s, man. I'm super jealous of the collection he's found, but I'm also super happy that he found it because, that's what we're all here for, right? We're all in the community together. We all support each other. We can be, we can be jealous, but it's, it's happy jealousy, it's congratulatory jealousy. And I've got my own card here, so no complaints. Let's take it out the sleeve real quick. Be very careful with this one. Obviously, my sister always has a go at me. I've got very big, fat, chubby hands. She always says, stop holding the card so aggressively. But, I'm a big guy, but I've got, I've got precision about me. I've got elegance about me. Oh, man, look at this card. This makes you happy, Like, I love Pokemon cards. I've got an actual, enjoyment and passion for them. And this card, man, look at it. It's mint a little bit. Tiniest of cuts. The tiniest of factory nicks in the corner. It has to be a 10, man. It has to be. Look at this. Look at the corner, man. The top left, a little bit there, but that's enough to get it a 10, man. That is enough to give it a 10. Come on, baby. All right, there we go, guys. Let me get these cards showcased to you all. You can see my face right now, but give me a second. You are now going to see the cards. Let's get them all laid out. Or let's get them spread out like this. One last time. Look at these, baby. All 12 of the Skyridge crystal cards in holo and reverse holo in one submission. this ever been done? I have to check Gem Mint Pokemon, but maybe this has never been done on YouTube. Probably has. You know, I realize that I'm not the most special person in the world, but for me to do this is amazing. For me to send all these cards in one go is amazing. For me to even get this collection is amazing. I know I paid a pretty penny for it, but again, I worked hard for this. You know, I'm lucky to be in this position where I can spend this on Pokemon cards, but I've worked hard, you know. I've worked really hard through my life, so proud moment for me. Hopefully you guys are enjoying it with me, but wait. There's one more thing, as Steve Jobs would say. If you have seen my videos recently, if you watched my pack openings, let me introduce you to my Charizard VMAX, baby. So right here, we've got a Charizard from 2003. And right next to it, we've got a Charizard VMAX from 2019/2020, right? Yeah, 2020, Darkness Ablaze. This year, Charizard VMAX as a, Gmax as a concept. Obviously, 2019, Sword and Shield. But as a card, 2020. Old versus new. What do you think, guys? What do you think? What's your favorite card out of these two right here? I'll be interested to see, man. Like, it has to be the crystal, right? Because of the value, because of the nostalgia. But you can't tell me this is not a really nice card. A really nice card. You know, I know the Charizard hype is very heavy in Pokemon, in the Poke world, but it has to be warranted, right? It's such a great card, such a great character. And look at the Gigantamax version. It's actually sick. It's got fire wings, man, for crying out loud. So yeah, I'm sending this in. I think this is one of the first cards to be sent to PSA. I'm hoping for a 10 on this one. If you look at it right here, you'll see compared to the other ones, this is where you really do see like the increase in quality, albeit, you know, you still do get the factory nicks. But 20 years later, we see this card is, you know, luckily you can still get factory nicks now in modern cards, don't get me wrong, but this is perfect. Front as well is perfect. There's a little bit of like silvering underneath the Nintendo. You see there? Sorry, you see there? But I'm not sure if that's just the design. And I'm not sure if that really warrants it to get the 9. So I'm hoping this gets a 10. My prediction is going to be 9/10 for this one. So I'm getting all these cards, all 13 of these cards sent out on the same service, Express Plus with graded gem. And I'm probably going to separate the returns though. This Charizard VMAX is probably going to have its own video. I just wanted to submit it with the same lot, being as I am spending more than usual to get these cards expedited with the Express Plus plan. I thought, you know what, let's, get some value for money. Let's send in the Charizard as well. And yeah, I may put it in a separate video because I think it deserves one. You know, one of the first ever potential PSA 10 Charizard VMAX in the world. Will be a great video on its own. And yeah, I think that's it from me, guys. Make sure you stay tuned. Make sure you subscribe for the next Skyridge PSA submission, which is going to be the holo cards. I've got 32 holo cards. As you can see, they're ready to go. I'm going to film it right now. 32 holo cards just sat here waiting to be sent to PSA. So subscribe for that video. Dropping any day now. And yeah, guys, thanks for watching this video. Hopefully you enjoyed it. If you did, leave a like, subscribe for more. Sorry if it was long-winded. I'm very detailed with this stuff. I love the cards, and hopefully you find it entertaining and enjoyable. So guys, thank you so much for the support. As always, you literally mean the world to me. I love creating Pokemon content on this channel. I love every single person in the PokeRand community. You guys are legends, and yeah, shout out to you guys. See you soon for some more Pokemon content. Take care.